our speaker for grassroots and will be presenting athletics matrix formulation for the grassroots coaches. We would like to present our speaker for today, okay, coming from the grassroots area of the province of the Philippines. You can call him Coach Jose, okay? But his name is Jose Lorenzo Masas.
Hey, thank you. Good evening, everyone. Thank you, sir. To the Vice President, good evening, Mr. Mark. To the guest, good evening, everyone. Okay, so I think it's the introduction is enough. Yes, I'm Jose Lorenzo Masas from the Philippines, specifically in Mindanao. I'm a physical therapist by profession, educator, athletic trainer, and a blogger as well. So being a blogger, this is how I found Mr. Dennis. Okay, so for this evening's topic, we are going to formulate a training matrix uh, to help us as a guide. Anyway, is anyone here or all the guests here are athletic coaches or coach from other events?
Mix. It's a mix one.
It's a mixed one. Okay, so uh, it is very important that before giving a training to an athlete should be planned. So it should be tailored. So the purpose for this is for us to for an athlete to prevent overtraining or injuries, ensures balance and development, and aligns the training with the competition calendar because there is a tendency if you are not going to tailor uh, such training program, it could lead to overtraining or injuries. Then, of course, it will improve performance consistency. So, trained athletes is has more advantage to those athletes who never train or yes, who are who's never trained by their coaches. Okay, so a training matrix is visual training tool. This is your guide. This is your everyday Bible once you go to the training. So it is an organized training components. It's very specific and it shows what, when, and how much to train. So, and for us coaches and trainers, it's easy to monitor and adjust depending on the situation. Am I clear? Or I'm too fast? Okay. So before formulating a training matrix, you should go with the basic one, to the broader one, the training plan. So the training plan is the broader aspect. So it serves as a roadmap for where to go. What's the goal of this training? And the training program is the detailed roadmap. It is the breakdown of the plan. What to do to achieve this particular goal. Example, to win this inter-school competition. So the program is a detailed plan, and the matrix is the visual organizer. It shows the sessions, the components, and others. Okay, so here are the steps in creating a training matrix. First is you need to identify the competition date, when it will be 12 weeks from now, next week, or a year from now, or for the next season next year. Then try to set a training goals per phase. Yeah, I usually, based on my experience, uh, I used to divide the time frame into phases. Then select the key components. For example, in my case, in athletics, uh, I used to focus on uh, the major muscles involved in running. So I need to write list it down for me to give attention in each major muscles. Then assigned weekly focus. So what to focus for this week or for this phase? It could be strengthening program or it could be endurance program or sports specific. It depends. Then control intensity and volume. So like 7 reps by 2 sets and the scheduled recovery. So in our case, we used to have a recovery day during Wednesday and Sunday. Okay, so I'm giving you a scenario. So Coach Jose, an elementary school athletic coach, was tasked by the school sports coordinator to prepare a training matrix for beginner sprinter who would compete in the upcoming inter-school athletic meet. The competition was scheduled in 8 weeks. So most probably 2 months. Okay. Requiring a carefully structured and time-bound training approach to ensure peak performance on race day. So, so what uh, Coach Jose did is to make a training plan first. So this is the a sample training plan. Okay, so today is January, uh, assuming, yeah, January 31. Then the proposal will be in March, the scheduled, the target date for competition. Then the target events would be 100-meter dash and 200. So a sprinter. Then the peak will be on March as uh, it's the competition day. So here are the Coach Jose divided the plan into four phases. The general preparation, which had a, have a duration of 3 weeks. Then specific preparation, pre-competition, which is the peak one. This is where the training will peak, and the competition or the paper or the final week. Based on the training on that training plan, so Coach Jose made a training program. So for the phase one, it uh, he has uh, he has 3 weeks to prepare. So what are the objectives? He needs to write what are the goals he need to achieve in this phase one. So the objectives is to build sprint mechanics, proper sprint mechanics, improve the general strength, and prepare tendons in the nervous system. Okay. So the key contents is the A skip, B skips, and so on, the short acceleration, extensive tempo runs, body weights, and basic weights. So as a coach, for the key contents, it's up to you what type of contents or exercises or activity you are going to give to your athletes. Uh, there are a lot of exercises in YouTube. You can search and you can select whatever you want. And here is the sample weekly structure as well. So day one, acceleration plus strength. Day two, he may give tempo and mobility. Day three, max velocity drills. Day four, strength and plyometrics. Then day five, tempo and technical day or the sports specific skills. Okay, phase two, again, and making a program, you should also have your objective or your goal. So in the phase two is the objectives are to improve acceleration and maximum speed. And also one of the goals is to introduce the speed endurance and the event specific workout. So what he's planning to give for this phase is the block starts or the 3 point starts, especially here in the Philippines. Starting block is not that common. So we usually practice our athletes with the 3 point starts. Then the flying, how to perform the flying, then the speed endurance and explosive strength. Okay, phase four. This is the peak week. So this is where the intense training will happen. So the objective here is to improve the race rhythm, the sharpness, while reducing the volume and keep the intensity higher or maintaining the intensity. So these are the key contents he's planning to give in his program. The 30 to 60 meters race starts, the flying sprints, the 120 or 150-meter race modeling, and short and intense session. So normally, ideally, the time frame training in a day is 2 hours. So for this time, for phase three, it may take maybe 1 hour, or the time is reduced, but the intensity was kept on its peak. Okay. The phase four is the computation or taper week or the taper phase. So this is where uh, the goal is just for full recovery. Our body is not needs full recovery, or muscles needs recovery. Then this is where the psychology uh, butt in. We need to give motivations to our athletes. Then CNS freshness. So when you say CNS central nervous system freshness, it's just a little practice or visualization of what to do during the competition. So the key contents here, a very short sprints, practicing the starting block or the starting line, light strides, and no heavy strength. Okay. So let's try to formulate a training matrix now. Since we're done with the program, this we'll do a training matrix. So based on this training plan and the phase one of the training program, we are going to make a training matrix. Okay, this is a sample. Okay, so the training day will be from Monday to Saturday. So of course, phase one, week one, of course, training should start and with warm up and end with cool down. Okay. Then we have this a dynamic warm up to it's more to warm up the body. Systematic how do we call that one? Systemic warm up and the specific muscles warm up, the dynamic stretching. So after that one for Monday, for example, the workout prop I did pogo jump, 15 reps by 2 sets, 3 minutes rest each. Then for the drills or sports specific, I give skip drills the A skip, 10 meters by 2 reps. Then I give acceleration 4 by 30 meters, 19 to 95% effort by 3 minutes rest in between, and step by 15 reps by 2 sets by 3 minutes rest in between. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So if you could observe the contents, let's go back here. So the key contents were evenly distributed. So we have the skips. Okay, so what are the skips? So uh, to build sprint mechanics, yes, we did that one. Uh, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Improve general strength. I think we did it almost every day, but evenly distributed. You know, so for Monday we give step ups for quadriceps. Yes, for Monday we have the core, the planks, and the bridging for the gluteal muscles. and so on. So it's evenly distributed so that the muscles being strengthened will have its rest because it needs to recover. Then for the cool down, it's walk by 5 minutes, then static stretching. For hips, my favorite stretching is butterfly and swan stretch. And for the quadriceps, standing by 30 seconds, hold each leg. So if you could observe in the training mat matrix, it's more specific. The repetitions are there, the intensity, and the uh, even the time, the rest period is there. So it should be specific. Okay, that's week one. For the week two, it's the same. I gave, I still gave the same exercise as week one since it's targeted with my, uh, with my, with my objective, with my goal. The only thing that changed here is I improved the repetitions. Example for pogo jumps, those that highlighted. Pogo jumps from 15 repetitions, I gave this week 20 repetitions. So for accelerations from 90, how much I give last week? 90 to 95% effort, I give 95 to 100% effort. And for step ups, I give 20 repetitions instead of 15, and so on. For the week three, there's also some changes with it. Uh, I might give for the pogo jump 30 repetitions, and with the tempo run 90%, 85 to 90% uh, effort during the tempo run, 4 by 100, and so on. And on Friday, Saturday, last day, circuit training, 13 stations. So I give 45 seconds each station by 2 sets with 5 minutes rest each set. So this is how you are going to make the matrix. It's it could be the intensity, it could be the repetitions, or the sets that you are going to increase. Okay, next. So that's for phase one. Okay, phase two, specific preparation. It's the same. The objective, improve acceleration and maximum speed. So what are the key contents? The block starts and 3-point starts, the flying 20 to 30 meters. So to achieve this goal, improve acceleration and max V or maximum velocity or speed, you are going to increase. It could be the sets or the percentage of effort. Uh, Example for the explosive strength, I'm going to use the plyometrics. What would it be? For example, uh, squat jump for plyometrics. So you can use the stairs maybe. So uh, maybe from for the week four, I'm going to use 10, 10 flights of stairs. Then the fifth week, I'm going to use uh, 15, and the sixth week, I'm going to use 20 flights of stairs. It could be, you could increase the distance, or you could uh, increase the time limit, and how an athlete, what's the time an athlete could start and finish uh, the 10 flight stairs. So the improvement here, your progression here is the time. And other way as well, example for speed endurance. So we are talking about speed and endurance, so more on tempo. So example for that sprinter, I'm going to give him in the week 4 100 120 meters 120 meters by 4 sets and 85 to 90% effort. So for the speed endurance, it's up to you. It's your it's your option or your choice as a coach, as a trainer, which one you are going to increase. So in the case of this presentation, we are dealing with a sprinter. So I might my choice would be I'm going to improve or to progress to increase the maximum effort of the athlete since they are sprinters. Then the starts and reaction drills, it's uh, you are going to introduce that one at this stage as well because reaction time is a central nervous system activity which is not all athletes are gifted with reaction time, so need to practice that one from a talent into skills. If he's not or she's not talented with reaction time, then he or she can master that one through uh, through practice. Okay, the phase 3. So this is the peak of the training program. So the objective is to increase the race rhythm, the sharpness. However, you have to reduce the volume and keep the intensity. So the key contents here, still the 30 to 60 meters race starts, the flying sprints, the 120 to 150 race modeling, if he's running for 200-meter dash, or it will serve also as speed endurance. And the training should be short and intense session. So here are, this is an example. Example for phase 3, week 2. Okay, I give acceleration 4 by 30 meters, 95 to 100%. So the intensity is already at its peak. It is a race phase already with 3 minutes rest each rest. No? So for Monday, that's for Monday. Okay, then for Tuesday, Wednesday, and so on. In the week 3, if you can observe, there's some changes with it. The acceleration, the repetitions from 4, it goes down to 2. The distance are the same, and the intensity 95 to 100% effort are the same. For Tuesday, the tempo run from 4 by 100, it goes down to 2 by 100 meter with 80 to 90%. And with our maximum velocity as well, yes, the distance are the same, the intensity are the same, but the repetition or the set had been reduced, and so on. Okay, so phase 4. This is the taper week. This is the preparation. This is the preparation of an athlete. Maybe the competitions will commence in 1 week time. Okay, so your objectives here is full recovery, confidence, and central nervous system freshness. So the key contents here is just a very short sprint. Yeah, I usually usually give it a sprinter or athletes a visualization how to run for the first 30 meters. Then after 30 meters, after that acceleration thing, what to do after 30 to 70 meters, and what to do when approaching on the finish line. Then starts with the starting block if you have some starting blocks, or or the 3 point, the 3 point starts. Yes, you can use that one. Try to practice because it's very important since uh, in 100 or 200, having a false starts that could cause a disqualification is very common. Then light strides just to sweat out an athlete. Then usually no heavy strength or exercises. We usually give a little bit of abdominal exercises or what squatting or whatever. Yes, that's for phase 4 or taper week or the final week. Okay, there are things that you need to consider in uh, making a training matrix. So it's the athlete profiling. So you should consider the age and the training age. So when you say the age is the biological age, how old is your athlete? The training age is he a neophyte or is he already competing many competitions as a sprinter? So from that age and training age alone, you can make your own, modify or formulate your own matrix based on the age of an athlete. Next is event specialization. Of course, the training program, the training matrix of a sprinter is not the same with a training program or matrix with a 400-meter dash athlete or a middle distance athlete or a long distance athlete. They are different, totally different. And next is the fitness test result. So at the start of uh, formulating your training plan, program, or matrix, you should an athlete should undergo an assessment fitness a fitness assessment and fitness test result. So for those coaches or trainers who doesn't have that new technology, we can use the 3 minute step ups just to test the endurance of the of the athletes. Yes, we can do physical assessment. Yeah, if that certain muscles that needs in a particular event needs to be strengthened, and also we need to make a background check about medical history or injury history. Does if that athlete is an old athlete, I mean a veteran athlete already, we need to check his medical history, especially the injury has history and the competition level. Okay, competition level in our situation, since we're dealing with a lot of athletes and we're only few trainers, so a matrix usually the matrix we usually use is generic thinking think thinking that my athletes are elementary boys who went already to national level, uh, elementary girls who is a new fight, secondary boys and girls who went to the national level as well. So ideally, these four athletes should have different training matrix or training program. But sad to say, sometimes because of a lack of resources, we need to make it generic. But don't uh, do not do it if possible. Okay, so periodization basics. So this is what you are going to do or you are going to consider when doing the training matrix. It should be uh, yearly plan, monthly phase, or weekly plan. Okay. So for example, macro cycle is yearly plan. What if the what do you call that one? Competition will commence in 2 weeks' time. So what you are going to do? So where is the macro cycle here? Where is the mesocycle? Where is the microcycle? Because here in the Philippines, culture. It's a culture that we only select athletes a month prior to the competition, 3 weeks or 2 weeks prior to the competition. So as a trainer, you need to plan your matrix. Uh, how do you call that one? Uh, in a manner that the school, the athlete will benefit without risking it or increasing its risk for injury. Okay, so adjusting the matrix. Always remember, matrix is just a matrix. It's just your guide, but it's not a protocol. So when you write a matrix for the whole period of 8 weeks, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, up to Saturday, it doesn't mean that you need to follow that what is written in there. There are a lot of things that you need to consider. That is why right after the training, before the training, on the next day, we usually have a short meeting with the athletes. Yes, it's a more of kumustahan or uh, it's like just checking the wellness of the athlete. So if the athlete feels fatigued, then you need to adjust your matrix. Or if there's an early warning signs of injury, you need to adjust the metrics. If the performance result or the goal is not achieved, don't go to another phase. There were athletes who are fast learner or who improve fast, and there were also athletes who's very slow learner or who improve. It needs time to improve for that particular athletes. And next is the academic or competition stress. So here in the Philippines, most of the athletes were students. So sometimes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they can train, but during examination time, they cannot train. So you need to adjust your metrics. Okay. Common mistakes to avoid in making a matrix. Too many high intensity days. Yes. If you could observe in making a matrix, when you do a strengthening uh, program or activity for the lower leg, then the next day you could have the core or the torso. Then following day you can have the upper extremities or the upper limbs exercise, or so that how should I say that one? Mhm. Sorry, I'm brain fogging. So that the lower extremity could rest. Yeah, it needs recovery, no? So if you evenly distributed the exercises in different parts of the body, then I think everything is well. Then ignoring recovery. So it's a common perception, a common mistake that if you once the competition is fast approaching, you need to give intense training to your athletes. No, an athlete's body is not a robot. It's a human being, and it needs to recover. The only thing that you need to maintain once the computation is fast approaching is the central nervous system activity. because there's what we call the muscle memory thing. Okay. Next is things to avoid is the same metrics for all athletes. So my apology, I use this one right now because I'm the only one training for those four athletes. But ideally, you should respect individuality of each athlete. Each athlete has its uh, own capability, so you should address every athlete by giving different metrics could uh, that could fit on his uh, in his body or as a person. Then evaluation or feedback. Yes, this is very important because as a coach or trainer, you should always give feedback or evaluation to your athletes. If he's doing well, or if we uh, we need to repeat this particular skills because he's not improving with it, or the other way around, you should also ask feedback from your athletes. How's the training? How's the activity? Maybe it's too hard for them. It's too heavy for them. And also, you should also give feedback to your manager because they are the one who's giving you the financial resources. Okay. So, Mr. Dennis gave me 2 hours, and I think I'm only having it for 40 minutes. Okay, so training matrix, it is the training matrix should be structured well and it should be flexible. Okay, then and making training matrix, it must be individualized. So it is athlete centered. Then recovery is always part of the training, and the metrics always evolve with the athletes. Yes, it is always athlete centered. It's not about the goal centered. That you want to win the medal. You should do this one. You should do this one. No, if if it costs if it costs an athlete's health to get that to get your main objective according to your goals, then don't do it. Always, always focus on the athlete. Okay, we are in the question and answer portion. Uh-huh. So, anyone, any question?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's basically, guys, this is grassroots. Okay, so you've noticed the words are really for grassroots. Okay,
Yeah.
now, coach, if
Yes,
you're
sir.
if you're talking about 13 years old, 14 years old, okay,
Yes, sir.
then I saw that you don't have the maintaining mileage. Okay, for example, they're maintaining 5 kilometers. Okay, or the warm ups are often at least 2 kilometers or 3 kilometers.
Yes,
Because
sir.
um, in swimming, in swimming, a 5 kilometer or a 6 kilometer is almost 2 hours. But
Yeah.
in athletics, okay, a 400 is only 1 minute. Okay, a one
Mm-hmm.
minute and 30 seconds average.
Yes.
Now,
Yes, sir.
a 400 in swimming is already an average of 6 minutes. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, uh, in athletics, normal for the age group development program is about 5,000 or 4,000 for the warm up alone. Okay, unless you are a
Okay.
sprinter only. Uh,
Yes, sir.
it
Exactly.
seems
Yes.
it seems that it seems that you're not showing a particular mileage on the warm up that they can maintain.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
yes. Yes, sir. Yeah. Thank you for that question. If you could observe, yeah, I forgot to introduce that one. 1 minute. Let's go back with the presentation. Mhm.
Because if scientifically, if I see the the explosiveness on 30 to 60 meters, and you don't have a real warm up of at least 2 kilometers to 4 kilometers, I think it's very dangerous to explode for even a 60 meters.
Yes, sir. Exactly. It's
Yeah,
prone to injury. Okay, so let's go back with my presentation. Okay,
because
so
we normally see that in order to perform well, the muscles should be juicy. Okay, it's like
mhm,
it's like having the if it's cold, the tendency it's a little bit dangerous because it's cold and the muscles are hard yet,
yeah,
and it's not really juicy. That it's like having sex. Okay,
yeah,
if
yeah,
you feel if you feel the arousal, okay, the muscles are juicy. But if you don't
mhm,
have, if you're not aroused, okay, the muscles cannot perform juiciness. Okay,
yes,
basically the same.
you're, yeah, you're referring about the elasticity of the
Yes, yes,
muscle
yes.
tissues. Yes, if you could observe here at the top of the training matrix, there is one warm up 1 to 3. Can you see it, coach?
But there's no specific if what is the minimum or maximum mileage.
Yeah. Warm up 1 to 3 refers to the lap. So normally an oval is 400. So before the training, the workout proper starts. We usually number one, warm up one. We let the athletes walk for 1 lap, which is 400 meter. Then two laps, two laps uh, for jogging, slow run, and
Uh-huh.
3 laps for like tempo. It's like 60 to 70% before we will proceed with the dynamic or the specific dynamic stretching and activation.
Okay.
That's how we
Okay.
do the warm up. Yeah.
Okay. That's so basically that's a total of
This is
yeah, that's a total of 6 laps on.
yeah 6 or 2000, but it's different when for our milers and middle runners. We usually have them uh, 1 to 3 warm up, 1 to 3 dynamic warm ups, and another 20 to 30 minutes jog for
Okay.
milers, for long distance runners. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I get the
Yes.
point. Because the language of it's not clear. Okay, because
Yes.
most of us are not actually in athletics. Okay, so the
Sorry,
language
sorry.
maybe yeah, you can use your language there, but these are mix coaches. Okay, thank you. I
Yeah, yeah.
understand.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Any questions? Okay, one more thing I want, since I still have time. Okay. One thing also I want to share. This is general, for swimming as well. If you could observe on my matrix, on the matrix, I don't know, coach, if it's if it applies to the swimming, because swimming is gravity eliminated, I think.
Actually, the swimming and athletics is it's almost 90% the same. Okay, it is just
Yeah.
that the distance between um the distance between the mileage of athletics is 4 times or 5 times bigger than the mileage of swimming. So
Ah,
again, I repeated earlier that uh, it's 400 meters. In swimming, it's about 6 minutes, okay, or more. Now, in athletics, the 400 is about 130. So
uh-huh.
basically, the difference is about 4 times or more.
Yeah. Okay. So I have there's a questions from Eva Training System. Coach
Yeah.
question. May I know your book reference of your programming? Thanks. Okay. So the book I read for this is I use the LTAD book, the long term athletic development.
Coach,
You,
can you stop the can you stop the share so
I
we can put you at the biggest box.
yeah,
Okay,
I
that's
stop it, sir.
okay.
Can you see me?
Yeah. We can see you now.
Okay. Okay. Yes. So yes, Mom Eva. Are you one of my reference is the LTAD book, the long term athletic development. And I also use since as I'm a physical therapist, a physiotherapist, it's more a physiology book. Yeah. Muscle and human physiology, human kinetic book.
Any more questions, guys? Mark, want a question, Mark? Mark of Water Polo USA.
But no, thanks. Makes good sense. We'll be able to put this online eventually.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Norhata, you have a question, Norhata?
Mr. Leo, do you have a question? If you could observe, if you are observant enough with the training matrix I presented, uh, there is no use of gym for the strengthening or for the explosiveness, since uh, our our example based on the our example is just kid, so
Uh,
it's more
you're
on body weight.
referring to age group. You're referring to
Yes, yes,
yeah. But
yeah.
definitely we cannot stop others who are they are Nepal and there are Bangladesh here. Okay, that when the kid reaches about 5'8", okay, or 5'7", okay, in their country, okay, they're licensed to push with the idea of rigid use of the
Tuning.
chip. Okay,
Oh,
so it's basically it is the prerogative of the national team or the national coaches. Okay,
yes, 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 exactly. If they are permitted, then okay, you can do it.